Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time we arrived here, well, I didn't do this on screen, but we showed off where this guy is. It's the last of the three elemental bosses we're going to fight in here. Now, before moving forward, not that it really matters for the upcoming boss fight, but while I was off screen there in between episodes, I did a little bit of level grinding using lights flickering. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. That would not be good. But I did some grinding with KOS, Momo, and Ziggy because they were a little behind on points, and so I just basically ran back through like half the dungeon and then forward again to this point, and that was kind of the extent of it. I also did a little bit of battling against those unicorns, but not too much. With the points that I've gotten now, we now have reduced the wait time and the high speed there. Got the high speed for Heaven's Wrath, as well as Lunar Seal, which we always had from before. The other thing is we're going to want to up that. Yeah, I think that'll probably be pretty good. That's pretty much all we need to do at this point. I could up some other stuff, but I'm lazy. We'll work on that later. Anyway, ideal party for this upcoming fight is the one I have: KOS-MOS, Momo, and Ziggy.
Disabling auto safety. Destroy all targets.
This one, as you might expect, of course you're going to go after Momo, is Ice Elemental, meaning weak to... Seriously? She's the one character that has defense down, or is that slow? I think that's slow. Yes, I haven't unlocked slow yet. I believe we have access to that skill. I just don't think we have the points in order to do that. Anyway, as with all the other fights we've done against these elemental fiends, start with Starwind. And just skip the animation because we've already seen it. Now, these guys are weak to what you would expect them to be weak against, considering all the other ones. Surprisingly, even though KOS-MOS seems to do different amounts of damage with different skills against different ones of them, here she's probably better with R Cannon. It doesn't make a huge bit of difference. Its damage is minimally better. But in I think the other two fights, she's better off with her physical-based attacks. So yeah. And of course, considering this guy absorbs ice, and we still have only one way of doing that, and I'm not leveling up the skill in order to get it, and weak to fire, Ziggy is of course a great choice for this fight. I wouldn't spend too much time boosting up your damage or anything like that, or, you know, guarding, doing half attacks. You might as well just go straight up. That's the good thing about having attacks in high slot. You don't have to spend as much time buffing things up. Of course, they didn't realize that that was a good thing when they made the second game, but I digress. We'll get into that eventually. Now I got two people slowed. You need to guard. And I'm going to have to find some way of getting rid of slow, because that's annoying. I believe I can clear that with an antidote, if I'm not mistaken. Hell, I don't even think it matters. He's not going to be alive for that long anyway.
Charging.
Of course, it's good to make sure at least one person gets at least a full boost in order to get the kill on the additional points, should you desire that, which of course we do.
Let's go.
And so we'll be prepared for that. KOS-MOS has herself a boost there, so that'll be helpful. And we've already almost taken this guy out by the time Momo's gotten around to getting the steal. In fact, I think we probably could. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I might be able to just take him straight down. You know what? I'm going to lower your HP just a bit here. Of course, you're going to defend that, which means I'm going to have to hit again, just so that if I need to, KOS-MOS will be able to take this guy out in a single round. It's sad that this guy does more damage with ice attacks than the only ice attack I have access to at this point. Alright, so let's go for the steal. Magic Caster, like before, does not do a whole lot of damage. Now, unfortunately, I can't boost anybody in front of KOS-MOS, which means I don't think I'm going to be able to kill him on this round of turns, unfortunately. You can't boost, of course, KOS-MOS if she's on the screen there, or on the turn slot, whatever that's called. So, you're just going to guard. And yes, of course, it's your turn. You playing around with slow is really screwing up my turns. Guard again. And it should be her turn. Don't attack when they're like that, and also don't hang on someone's turn if you're facing an enemy and you're ready to guard to see if you're going to just kill him on the next turn. Because the longer you hang, the greater his chance, or at least so it seems to me, of boosting. So we're more than good enough here. Let's do a cyber kick, make sure I hit him. And that's pretty much all for this dude. These guys take a little longer than I was hoping they would, but I'll get ×4. Now, even though I went and I did all that, the bit of grinding with Ziggy Momo and Chaos, unfortunately, what I still need is more skill points for Shion. And in here we get Decoder 9, which I will be making use of later since we don't actually have access to that one quite yet, although we will. Alright, so let's just heal up here real quick, and the change in party I'm going to do now is I would like to get Shion in there for pretty much the rest of the area, because like I said, I need to work on her ether points for an upcoming boss, and she's just not high enough right now to get all of the ether skills that I need her to get. And I'm going to replace with you because you're still low, and I'm going to leave Momo in for a couple of fights, and then I'm going to take her out because she is the strongest character against some of the upcoming enemies we're going to run into. Sorry. Now, over here, we head this way, very slowly. Very, very slowly. We will get past a spot we've already been to. Let's turn on fast forward. This is taking way too long. And obviously, as you can see, there's something going on here. So we're going to have a cutscene.
It
Gotta
looks
love them
like
cutscenes.
we've arrived at the center. What is that?
A building?
How is there a building in a
Maybe
gnosis?
some sort of device?
Oh, that looks familiar.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just...
Yes?
Well, if this is really the center, it's possible that it may be of some importance to the gnosis. But this, of course, is from our frame of reference, so we could be completely mistaken.
I like that they put that
In other
kind of
words,
point
if that
in
is a
there.
man-made object, it could be a ship or some other wreckage that was swallowed just as we were.
What about us? Are we gonna end up like that too?
We'll be sure to get out of here before that happens.
Sounds like a good plan.
KOS-MOS, what's the Elsa's current position?
Location unknown. I have lost its signal.
Lost?
The Gnosis magnetic and gravitational fields have become unstable near the center. The last known coordinates point to a location on the lower level, 300 meters below our present position.
Well, at least we know where to
That's
go.
pretty close. Shall we go?
Can we just blow up
Yes.
the ground and fall down and skip
Let's
this
just
dungeon?
hope
Or
the
part of the
Elsa isn't
dungeon?
in the same condition as the wreckage around here.
Of course, the answer is no. Speaking of strange things, that was a horrible segue. Anyway, what are you up to, Trinkov? You've been running around here on your own for a while. Alright, we were getting cutscenes and flashbacks for you. Let's continue those. Margulis.
Commander Margulis, preparations for the Zohar Link experiment are complete. We'll begin Phase 1 in 60 minutes.
Good.
Commander, why was I assigned to this mission?
There's a
I
good
wanted
question.
to test your loyalty to the organization.
So he hasn't been there that long, has he?
The citizens will be affected, whether you succeed or not. Do you regret your decision?
No. They're of no consequence to me, nor to our organization, or anyone else.
Okay.
Well said, Cherenkov.
Some of their dialogue between those two are just kind of odd. Yeah, well. Again, we're still learning more about this character. Wonder if it's going to lead to anything. Obviously, at some point, he's either going to try to get back or try to attack us. That kind of makes sense. Working for the enemies that we've fought on a couple of occasions now. He's hallucinating, isn't he? I wonder if that's like a modified memory caused by a hallucination in here, or if that's what he actually saw when he was about to go on this current mission. Now, there's nothing else around here, so just walk through the door. And for the first time in quite some time, we have new enemies. These guys are weak to pierce, or actually, no, sorry, they're weak to slash. Oddly enough, they're also weak to ice. Again, we can't do much of anything. Best character in this area, from what I remember in my testing, is Momo. She does a butt ton of damage when she criticals. Yeah, guaranteed one shot with a critical. Momo is the strongest character against these enemies. The little one. That little girl. Anyway, let's just do a couple of guards here. Right, I forgot to switch up my equipment before I came in here. These guys can also use poison, so I'm going to switch up all of my defense. Actually, there's still enemies around here that can do sleep and defense down, so I'm just going to try and get poison guard on there as much as I can for as many characters as I can for the upcoming section. Can I get another? Looks like I can. I just want to get as many points as I can, especially because Xion needs them so bad. Best attacks against these guys will be Heaven's Wrath. Oh, I forgot I did that. Oops. This probably won't kill them. Yeah, mistakes get made. No, that's not enough, is it? Well, that was stupid. I waited the extra turn and I didn't get anything. And I forgot to do something about poison, and yeah, this isn't going the way I wanted it to. Let's just end you right now, and then hopefully somebody will get another turn and take him down before poison kills me, because poison really hurts. Unbelievable how she does so much damage. Xion's best attack, I believe, is Spell Ray, Arcannon for KOS-MOS, and Lightning Blast, or Lightning Fist for Ziggy.
Okay, let's go on.
Anyway, I'm going to clear out the other enemies that are in here. And we got a level up, that'll help. And we get Hemlock here. I think these are just for selling. What they do is they make your HP 1 if you used in battle, and only useful on allies. So anyway, as you can see, there's 3 enemies there. I'm going to switch up my party, my characters, and my equipment and all that, and take care of them, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're back. I also blew up all the stuff that was around here, but I did not collect the items because I wanted to show those on screen. Do note that the guy back here, the fairy, there's 4 of them, but they're all in a line, one behind the other. So you have to kill the first one in order to kill the next one, and so on. It's kind of a pain, but oh well. It's not like you can unload on all of them at once. I think you can probably still hit multiples with Ziggy's meteor shot there. Ah, here we go. So here we're trying to these things. They project these red things, which I guess prevents the elevator from working properly. There's a save point here, which we'll be using later. Can I blow this up? I thought I could blow something up around here. Is it this one? Nah, here it is. I don't think there's anything in there, but anyway, there you go. Set aside my OCD. Blow something up. And in here, you'll notice there's a bunch of enemies around here, including another battle against, if you notice in the top left cubicle there, more Hydras. I will be fighting them on my own time, since it doesn't really matter. In here, there is a hidden magical hat. Run away this way. Can I go down here? No. So I'm going to try and avoid fighting these guys for now. So... Alright, so I was hoping to get by that one without running into a battle, but I guess that's not going to happen, so I just took care of all the enemies. Whatever. Up here is where you want to head first. This leads to a little offshoot that we need in order to make that elevator we saw earlier work. And we actually have to go to this side first, which is kind of an asshole move. You have to press this button in order to unlock the ladder on the other side. So yeah, how many times have we gone to the left side in, or the equivalent therefore of in any other game? And so now we're just going to run back over the other side. I'm going to turn on fast forward since it makes things go faster. You can refight those enemies if you want. Okay, fine. I guess we can't avoid that guy. At least not very easily. It is possible, but anyway, just fast forward our run through there since it takes forever. Make sure to blow that one up first. Then we can climb the ladder. Again, slowly. But once you get the top here, we don't have to play around by going to other sides. We can simply walk past, which is nice. Blow that up. And then the elevator starts to work. Of course, we have to go all the way down to the bottom in order to access it, but that's fine. We have one more thing to do up here. Blow up this, go in this door. There's nothing over to the right there. It's just a dead end. As you can see, there's kind of a treasure chest in that one cubicle where I got the magical hat. That will be very important for later. Segment address number 9. We got the decoder earlier on in this episode, right behind that blue dude. And we got a robot part, which we don't know much about yet, but we'll learn what that does later. Anyway, I will backtrack down there and see you in a moment. Alright, so we're back. I already went and saved up off screen. Now that this is active, we can take this down to the next level. I will be throwing fast forward on for this because this takes a long time. Okay, maybe not that one. The next one takes a long time. There's actually 2 elevators, and there's going to be a bunch of guys here that we can fight if we want to. I want to because I want to get enough ether points to learn a couple of new ethers for Shion there. This one contains nothing, but the one over here does contain something, so I will take care of these guys since they're taking forever to do anything. Okay, after the second of the 3 of those guys that are roaming around this little circle, we got a couple of levels in the battle and learned Angel Blow and Ether Amp. Angel Blow being more useful, but we'll kind of look into those later. There's one of those guys left. I'll take him down off screen there, but first we want to head over here because there is one more item we can grab. Final item for the area, a veal. Yay. Anyway, I'll take down this guy, and then I will see you guys with my party setup, assuming I have enough ether points to do what I want to do. Okay, we're done with those guys. Do note that they do have, those unicorn enemies with them, and they will revive them. There's usually about either 3 or 4 of those lizard men, the green guys that we've been fighting, and the unicorn will only revive 1 of them per turn, and they don't get a lot of turns. They're kind of slow, so kind of build up your damage and you maybe guard a little bit and then try and take down as many as you can so that they don't revive them, unless you want to kind of grind that way. I'm not sure how well that works, but anyway, let's go over some setup changes for the upcoming area. For you, pretty much not too much. We'll put an extra point into that to make that a little more useful. Ether amplification is pretty much what you would expect. It sets an ether damage times 2 bomb in front of an enemy, and then your next attack that deals ether damage will be increased by 2 times. Now, a lot of time, you can just do another attack instead of this and you'll end up doing the same amount of damage, and it's just simpler that way. So I'm not a big fan of this. I will test it out on certain boss fights to see if I can find a use for it, but in the past I haven't used it. Here we have Angel Blow. Finally, someone else has something that hits all enemies. Now, I'm a little over leveled at this point. You don't need to be level 20. You can easily be level 17 for the upcoming fight, but I wanted to get certain ether spells before I moved on. And with this one, we are actually not going to raise its speed, even though it's another all-attacking one. Kind of like Meteor Shot, it's just not really all that good. So what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to set it for here, and that's probably where I'll end up using it. So I'll still have to save some AP in order to use it, but there it is. For the rest of them, I will probably... Did I do that already? Heaven's Wrath? Yeah. So those 2 are both level 2. That's what you want specifically for the upcoming fight. Now, this happened off screen and I didn't realize it happened, but he learned Cyclone, and I'm not a big fan of using Cyclone for the most part. However, in this fight, oh yes. And in fact, it's probably worth the speed boost, even though it's only for, maybe a fight or two. But it's better than Cyber Kick right now, and it gives him a non-elemental damage to have on close. So I'm going to do that. In fact, it's actually the best tech to use against the upcoming boss. So we're going to put it right there. And then we might as well put it there as well. I'll leave Cyber Kick on the other one if I forget to play around with it, so at least I'll have access to them. Lightning Fist doesn't matter too much. You have Magic Caster, which I'm considering. I'll probably go with the Xion strategy because I'll explain why in a bit. But anyway, Floral Tempest, we might as well give that another point, even though we won't be using her in the boss fight with the strategy I have in mind. And that's everyone there. Now, let's see. Ether. This is what I was waiting for. Now, unfortunately, pretty much nobody in this game has good Ether techs except for Xion. So we're going to evolve Goodbye, which allows you to escape battle. And then we're going to evolve it again into Boost +1, which would have been useful pretty much all throughout this area. What that does, it increases one ally's boost by 1. Pretty obvious. Now, Queen's Kiss. The way it explains this doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but if you hit the R2 button, it steals items, which is what we want it for. So let's just get that. And let's see here. Analyze. We want to evolve this one and get Medica All. Yes, we just barely have enough for all of these, and we're going to need Medica All in this fight badly. And I think I have enough points to put them all on, so that's fine. That's pretty much how we're going to get through this fight. Now, other people, we could make use of certain techs that they have. I will get this one, but obviously I don't have enough points to evolve that one. The skill after that's decent, but this clears all status changes for all your allies, so that's somewhat useful. She was originally going to be in the fight, but she is no longer. Might as well just learn something else new. Why not? It doesn't really matter. Now, I think, yeah, so these focus your Ether attack or focus your Ether defense. Doesn't really matter for what I'm doing, so that's fine. And this one leads to Charge X, which increases your HP and MP recovery ×2. I believe that's, yeah, for 1 turn. Again, not particularly important. No one else's Ethers other than Xion's are really worth much of anything in this game. Later in the game, Ziggy does get something that is useful, as does... who else gets one? I can't remember. Somebody else gets one. It's a speed boosting thing. Now, the item that we picked up earlier... No, I want to go to skills. Wonder if I can extract it. I haven't looked at this yet. Let's see here. The magical hat. Yes, it's level 2. So we can extract lost protection from this, which we will want. Basically, it's the silent status in this game. So I'm going to extract that for the upcoming boss fight. You also want physical defense guard. So that, and we don't need poison guard anymore. That, lost guard, and pretty much one person with search eyes, and then the others just with stats. That's fine. But yeah, whoever can extract it will. Whoever can't will be using the equiption themselves. So my updated, if I didn't level up to level 20 and I didn't get Cyclone, I'd be using KOS-MOS in this fight, and Chaos and Xion. But because I have Cyclone, we're going to put Ziggy in instead. But that's pretty much all the time I have for this episode of Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Next time, we're going to go down the long elevator sequence. In fact, let's just go down this one now to show you why I was pressing fast forward before. This is with fast forward on. This is going double speed. Why is this taking so long? I don't know why, but they felt that this needed to take a long time. So, anyway, like I said, that's pretty much all the time I have for this episode, and we'll see you guys next time.